All right, we good?
Yep.
Some of you guys are gonna beat me up in the comments. Why are you even planning on lifting your truck? Why don't you keep it stock? You know, you guys know that I do have a lifted truck. It's red, 6-inch lift, Duramax 07. I love it. And given that this is a GMC, it's a different platform, although it's the same truck, let's be honest. Just a different front clip. The goal here is that I'd like to get this truck looking just like, well, very similar to old red out there, the LBZ Duramax. So that's what we're gonna do today, guys. We're actually gonna be installing a lift kit. Now we're gonna go with a 6-inch lift kit from Rough Country. And we're actually gonna go ahead and inspect all the parts. I'll go ahead and lay it all out for you guys, show you guys what we have here. And, you know, just check all the welds, make sure everything's good to go before we actually put this on here. As you guys know, we went forward with the Raptor line on the frame. The guys at S&S Automotive, they actually painted the frame. So this is gonna be a pretty exciting video, guys. We're gonna be able to see the lift kit on the frame installed with all the Rough Country goodies on this thing. So make sure you guys stay tuned. The guys here at the shop, we're actually all kind of hanging out right now. We're actually gonna go ahead and time lapse this. We'll just blow right through the actual install. So it's gonna be pretty awesome. And again, huge shout out to Rough Country. I'll leave the link in the description where I actually picked this kit up from, but it's gonna look absolutely amazing. So make sure you guys stay tuned. All right, so here it is. Let's go ahead and unbox it. There it is, guys. Now it's all laid out. As you guys can see, we have the front and rear cross member. We also have the steering knuckle. We have all 4 shocks, front and rear, as well as the U-bolts right over here. Also, this is gonna be our rear 4-inch lift blocks. And of course, everything that we're gonna need to pretty much do the job. Now I did do inventory, everything is definitely here. We have a skid plate. We also have the CV shaft spacers, which are gonna be very key, considering the angles will be changed a little bit in the front. Now guys, I'm not really doing you much of a favor here by showing you guys exactly how to install this, because clearly nothing's here. So we're gonna go ahead and just get this thing installed. And of course, we gotta remove the torsion bars. And it's gonna be really nice once we're done. So let's go ahead and do this. Pads still have a lot of life in them, but we're going to go ahead and install some new ones. All right, so as you guys can see, we've kind of went through the process already. We already have the torsion bar, brackets, everything's already all set. We also have the block set in the rear as well, the 4-inch lift blocks in the back that they've installed. Now, the Chevys usually are 2 inches naturally higher in the rear than in the front, so that's why they give you 4-inch lift blocks. So I know some of you guys are gonna ask me that question. Beer is the guy right here. Beer, I called you Beer.
You did call me Beer.
Beer is the guy right here that's really heading the way on this one right here. And actually, if you see this guy, Robert's here.
Yeah, buddy.
You know who he is. He's the owner of S&S Automotive. So he actually came on over to lend a hand as well, because he's the one that's doing the cab. He's the one that's painting the cab and stuff. So that's pretty much it right now. We'll go ahead and get into the finished product here. We'll show you guys what it looks like with the wheels and tires on it. Looking really good. So we're having a lot of fun tonight, guys. We're gonna finish this project up and show you guys what it looks like. Stay tuned. As you guys can see, it's completely done. It looks absolutely amazing. It was kind of a good call that I put my rims and tires on here just to duplicate sort of what it would look like if we were to actually put the 35s, which we'll be doing here, but we don't have the rims yet, so stay tuned for a later video.
One of the parts that was the worst, and nothing to do with the lift kit, but the torsion bars did not want to slide out of the A-arms or the keyways. Not that we couldn't put some heat to it and got it to, but now that it's all painted, we didn't want to. So what we actually did is we unbolted the A-arms, we unbolted the cross member, and we took everything out as one assembly, which with the body and the drivetrain out made it not such a bad deal. But if everything was still in it, that would be a little bit of a pain. But other than that, the lift kit I could see being a nice install in a driveway or whatnot if need be. You do have to cut off the factory ear. There was a piece of metal that came out, and for a mount, for actually this mount, and so you got to cut that off, and then we ground that and repainted that. And then you have to grind part of the front axle away so it clears, because that webbing is sitting up in this channel, and now that it's down, do that. So if I was to do it again, I would probably have actually cut this whole ear off here and welded a plate in there so we could have kept all that factory webbing. Everything, all the main brackets, they all bolted in nice. There was no fitment issues there. This, you got to drill 4 holes on each side. I'd like to see the option to get rid of these 4 rivets and take off the factory mounts for that cross member and have it bolt to where these 4 rivets are. I thought that would be a nice clean way of doing it. That way you don't have these brackets just sitting there doing nothing in the frame, because you actually use the rivets to line up the brackets. Not that we couldn't get rid of them, but that's just my thoughts. Everything though, it seemed to bolt in nice. Everything lined up. I really like the cast iron control arms that they give you. That's a nice touch rather than just like an add-on block to a factory control arm. So that was pretty nice.
That is it for this video, guys. I hope you guys stay tuned. I know that you're going to be getting to that cab. You're almost done with it. You're painting the underside of the cab.
Yep.
And I know you have the doors done, and the cab's done, basically.
Basically, yeah, just a little bit of fine buffing and cleaning and go from there.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting. So, again, thanks. Big shout out to Ryan's Diesel Service, S&S Automotive, Kodiak Truck. I know I keep shouting these guys out, but these guys are definitely a key asset in this build right here. So I really do appreciate their support, as well as Rough Country. So guys, let me know in the comments what you think about the lift kit overall, and what the frame looks like, what the lift kit looks like, and let me know if you guys are excited about this build, because we definitely are. So anyways, I do have a few other guys back here kind of watching me do this right here, and they're waiting for me to shut up so we can continue to finish this build. So we're going to go ahead and get after it. We'll see you guys on the next video. Stay tuned.